Hello and welcome back to my channel. Gina here, and if you saw my last video, it's when I went through the My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit, and this video we'll be making some cards, so stick around and join me and let's make some cards together. Okay, as you can see, I've already been cutting on my papers and getting things prepared, and I thought we would start with this size. Let's see. I've got, isn't that pretty? I thought we would start with that as the base. We'll go ahead and use this. Make sure I've got the right side. I don't know how many times I've done that. So now I check just to make sure. I guess this step it doesn't matter so much, but later on it does, and I'm trying to get better at making sure I don't do things upside down. If you mean for them to be upside down, that's great, but if you're not trying to and it turns out to be, that can be a problem. But you know. This is Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive, and it's pretty super sticky, and it does a really good job. And it's so easy to use. Boom. Okay. Now normally I put a little bit of a liquid glue on. It just gives, it acts like again, like hot glue. When you put it down, you have just a little bit of time to get things just the way you want them before it dries and you can't move it anymore. And so that's what I use the liquid glue for. Let's see if I can go ahead and do it without it. Come on. Oh, there we go. Is that it? That looks good. Oh, yay, I did it. Normally I try to give myself extra. Let's see. Oh, I didn't give myself much extra on this one. It was kind of close, but oh, I think I just covered it. Yeah, normally I give myself a little buffer, so it makes it not so stressful to get it lined up right. Not so much on that one, but I think I did okay. Okay, from here, this is really pretty. This is just gorgeous paper. So, you know, you could always, you know, just put something, you know, one of these little boxes that they provided on the papers, just right over it and be done. But it's so busy. It's just a little bit busy. So I wanted to use something that would help just kind of tone it down just a little. So I used one of these, and it doesn't cover the whole thing, but it helps to kind of gradually tone down so that to help you focus on the sentiment. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. To help you focus on the sentiment, but still shows plenty of the background, the beautiful paper in the back. So this was what I was going to do for this one. And now, you know, when making cards, you can make them dimensional, and use this little foam, double-sided sticky foam to help lift. So now you can decide, do you want to make it flat and keep everything flat, or do you want to lift certain parts? And you know what? Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it flat for now. Yeah, let's leave this one flat. Sorry, pardon that noise. I hope that doesn't come across too loudly. Okay. And somewhere right about there. There we go. Okay, and here. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this one flat too. We'll just make a flat card. This one will be flat for the most part. Oops, wrong way. Okay. And this I'm going to off-center just a little bit. So right about there. Sure, why not? Get a little bit different. Okay, what else? Now I had thought about using this one in case you can't see it. It says from the inside out, Of course, it says beauty right here. There's also this one that says love yourself. I considered putting that down there because it's important to love ourselves, right? Just love you. You got to love yourself for who you are. So, what do you think? Or without it? I don't know. I think it adds a little something. Sure. I could make that dimensional. No, nope, 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 nope. We'll keep it flat. We'll keep it flat. Okay. This, I did want to center right under beauty. Oh, I should have used these. Right, okay. Come on. Okay. There. That's good. And then I bought this, came in the ephemera packet, a pretty little flower. So I thought, since I have all of these edges here, I thought I could put a little flower over it, just to kind of cover that part up. So we'll do that. And here we go. Okay. And there actually will be a little dimensional element on this card, and I thought I'd cut this little butterfly. Again, I didn't cut it. It was part of the ephemera packet. Let's see, do I have it out? I don't know. Let's see. I do. A lot of times it comes with, and I don't know the name of it, but see all the white space around the edge of the image? And there's a name for it. And I heard someone say it the other day, but it doesn't stick with me. But anyway, I don't like it when there's too much white space. And this packet seemed to have some, I don't know, it was just a little bit too much for me. So I did kind of cut around it just to reduce it. You can still see a little bit of white space around the edge, but it's not quite as noticeable as how it came. So I thought about adding this little butterfly right here. And actually I have my hot glue gun going, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue to help me with that part. And there you go. There he is right there. Okay. Ta-da! That's it. That's our first card. Okay. Kind of simple, but that's okay. Simple cards are fine. Okay. And as you noticed, I already had an idea what I wanted to do. And there's a reason why. Because for me, it can take me a very, very long time to put a card together. Sadly, I'm not one of these people that can just whip, and everything just falls together on the fly. Once in a while that happens, and my goodness, I appreciate it when it does. It is fantastic. Get to see how the other half live. Because that is generally not my experience, especially when I've got so many beautiful items and papers, and it's just embellishment. It's just too much. So it takes me a while to put it together, and just for filming purposes, when I'm on my own, it doesn't really matter. But if I want to film, now that I've got my YouTube channel, I kind of want to be mindful of that. So I try to pre-plan cards as much as I can. It doesn't always go like I plan. Sometimes I do change my mind on the fly. But for the most part, I try to plan them out. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll get to where I can do things on the fly and kind of, shoot from the hip. But for now, I just can't work that way. It's just not very efficient. So, Okay, speaking of efficiency, let me keep going. Okay, I'm going to stick with the same size card. I think this is 4 by 5.5, in case you're wondering. Okay, so for this one, I think our base, and look, it's just what's on the very back of the same paper I used on the other one. But I'm going to use the black and white side on this one. Let's see. Okay. And actually, let me see how much room I left myself. Okay, I left myself a little bit more on that one. I think I'll try it again without the glue, without the wet glue on top. I don't know how it is where you are, but it is so hot today. It's 95 out there now, and very humid. I don't know what the feels like temperature is, but it's got to be close to 100 because it is so super hot. Oh, look, this one's backwards now. Okay. I'm telling you, I really pay attention to that now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how I do. Did I do it? No. Let's see. Okay. Yay, I did it. Okay. It's a little cockeyed, but I'm still covered. Hey, as long as the front's covered, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So there's that. Now, for this one, I love this butterfly picture, or I'm sorry, paper. And, because it's got a lot of the dark, it's got the, the black. I thought it would go really well with this, but it just kind of blends in. So what I did was just take some black paper and cut it just a little bit bigger than this piece, but smaller than my base, just to kind of give it a frame. There. You see how it pops? So I want to put that down. What do you think? Maybe we can give this card a little bit of a lift. But let's put these pieces together first. Let's do that first. Okay. Oh. As I was saying, it's so hot. I tried to take my dog for a walk before I started filming, and we didn't get very far. She was just panting and panting and panting. Oh no. Oop, that's the end of that. Okay. I've got enough. Alright, let's see here. I can try to, you know what? I think I'm going to go for my liquid glue. Hold on. And for that, I just used clear tacky glue, Aleene's tacky glue. Like I said, it's not so much to adhere it, it's just, just to kind of give me a minute to make sure I have a chance to position it just right. So I just kind of trace over a little lightly. It comes over a little spotty, it doesn't matter. I don't really need a whole lot, because wet glue can make your paper warp. This is pretty thick paper, so it's not really an issue, but that's just another reason why I try to get in the habit of not using too much. Okay, let's see. And let's just drop it. Corners want to stick. Okay, what do you think? Do I have it? Do I have it? Okay, that's close enough. We'll go with that. Okay. Alright, I think we will get a little bit of elevation here. So, on the back, we will add our foam adhesive. Now these are tiny little squares. I probably should have pulled some from my roll I have, but that's okay. that's okay. Okay, it's quite sticky. Okay, let's see if we can pull the backs off. If I struggle too hard, then I'll speed through it. Sometimes it can take me a second to get them off. Come on. Come on. Work with me. There we go. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. You should see my puppy dog. She's over here asleep on the floor. The fan's on. Hopefully you can't hear that in the background. But even with our air conditioning on, I've still got the fan on. It's warm. Okay. And again, I will just put a little on here. Just so I can move it. Oops, upside down. Hold on. There we go. Facing the right way. Okay. Okay, how's that look? Let me look in the camera because otherwise I'll have to put my head over top in the way. Alright, I think that's pretty much got it, right? Okay, that's got it. Nice. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, what I was thinking, I'm going to end up having to cover up this little guy. But adventure. Because to me, butterflies, they fly, they flutter around, and that's just, well, I love butterflies on everything, but that's beside the point. But it symbolizes freedom and adventure, so that's what I chose for this. And what I thought I would do, this already has a little bit of the black ink around the edge, well, in the picture, but I actually do want to ink the edge and make it a little bit more prominent. And I'm going to use the Distress Ink Black Soot. And I thought I would ink the edge, so just to help it stand out. There we go. Oops, I thought I dropped it. I thought I dropped it. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let's see. What are you? What are you doing here? Scissors. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that. I didn't want that there. Okay. Yeah. It's okay if it gets a little bit on the front. Because again, did I trim this down? I might have. I might have trimmed the extra white from around the edges, but there still is some. So it's okay if it gets on the front just a little bit. Okay, looks like the bottom. Try to make sure it's even all the way around. Okay. Check my fingers. Okay. There. There we go. That stands out. That stands out a little bit better. And since we're already elevated, I'm not going to add any more dimension. Although I ran out of my Tombow, so hold on, I gotta get something else. Okay. I will use this. And it's not in the container anymore. I don't know where I got it. I might have gotten this at Joann Fabric. It's double-sided adhesive. Oh, that's quite sticky. So, We'll give it 2 pieces. Why not? Just to make sure. Let go. It's stuck to my finger. Okay. I'll do a comma. Oops. Comma. Now this one I do sometimes struggle with. Come on. Let's see. Yay, there's one. See if I'll get lucky on this one. Yay! I did. Okay, adventure. Oops. Let go. Okay. And adventure. There we go. There we go. And of course, I wanted to add a butterfly on this one too. Why? Why not? Because it's a butterfly. I love butterflies. Let's see. As you can see, this one has a whole lot of the white left. But it's not so bad in this one because the background has got white in it as well, and so it's not quite as obvious. But you know what? The top's definitely not bad, but the bottom, let me see if I can cut just a little bit off of that. I don't know, it just bothers me. I just don't like that much. Don't like that much to show. Now, it may not be in the same design as what it was, but I don't really care. Okay. I don't really care. As long as some of that comes off. Right here and right there. All right. There. That's a little better. Hold on, let me get this part. Okay. That's good. And about right there. Oh gosh. Sorry, now this part bothers me. Maybe I will trim the whole thing. Let's see. You do have to be careful doing this because I have trimmed it, gone to trim it before, and I've totally messed up the image, so it is a risk. But, you know, as long as you take your time, if you try to rush through it, which I do believe that last one I was really trying to rush, and sure enough, I messed it up, so as long as you don't rush, just take your time. Try to maintain about the same distance. There we go. Oh, see, that's just so much better. Yay. Okay. And again, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. There we go. Adventure. Okay. There we go. And there's card number 2. He's got a little bling on him. Okay, there we go. Okay. Card number 3, we're going to use a bigger size. This is 6x6, and it's going to be a little bit different. I took some papers and I cut them up just into squares, and I believe it was 3 inches by 4 inches, 3 inch by 4 inch squares, and then had 1 inch by 3 inches maybe. I was just trying to do a patchwork, I guess you could say, a patchwork piece for the card. So this isn't going to have just, you know, the one layer and then the second layer on top. It's just going to kind of be a patchwork. So let's see. Let's see. And again, this is really, I don't know, it's kind of busy. It's beautiful. I love it. But as far as trying to have an image on top, I thought it would be better for this this piece that has a lot of white in the middle, as you'll see, to kind of go on top. But it has this as well to give it some color and some interest. So it's going to be something like that. Here I am, I just had a thought. Yeah. I was thinking maybe cutting it a little bit shorter. If I did that, more of the pretty paper would show through. You know what? I think I'll go do that. I think I'll take just a little bit off the edges, not the white part because I want that, but over here on these edges. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and let's see. I only took about 1/4 of an inch off. I didn't take a whole lot, but I thought it might be enough just to let more of it come through. And why does this one look bigger? Why? Interesting. That's okay. Okay. Now, I do want to distress this one. So you may have seen in a previous video, if you watched my last card making video, I distressed the edges. So I wanted to do this for this one as well. Come on. And this is just a file that I got at the dollar store. So I don't have a fancy tool. I thought about getting one, but you know what? I mean, look. It cost me $1, so I figure why do I need one? You can also use scissors. Scissors do work really well. You have to be careful, especially if they're sharp scissors, because it's easy to cut your paper by accident, but depends on what you're making. That might not be a big deal. That may actually be a happy accident. So, because I've torn paper before on purpose. So, okay. So yeah, I just wanted to distress these edges. This does make a bit of a mess. Okay. So. As I was saying about it being hot, I knew today was going to be really hot, so I mowed the grass yesterday. It was quite warm yesterday as well, but I knew this would be the hottest day of the week, and I just didn't want to wait, because I believe we're supposed to get more rain. So the yard needed to be cut anyway. So I cut it, and it needs to be edged really badly, but I believe I have somebody that's going to come do that for me. I can do the edging. I've got a tool to do that. Actually a very good tool to do that, but it takes me quite a while because I'm not super good at it. So not super good at using the tool that does that, and wow, it's just so worth it in this heat, especially to pay somebody, because it's really kind of overgrown, way into the sidewalk. So for the state that it's in, it's just worth paying somebody. I found somebody who would do it for pretty cheap, so I'm hoping that this person got my message and will do that today, because like I said, it's supposed to rain, and I'd like to get it done since I just mowed. I'd like to go ahead and get it done. So the yard would look really nice. That's 3. Okay, one more. So it's so hard to believe that with it being so hot, how it could be it could be winter on the other side of the world. And it's just so hard to imagine. It's so hot. So very hot. But at least the sun's out today. It was kind of overcast yesterday. It wasn't really a pretty day. It's just quite humid. So I really feel bad for people who have like allergies or have to be outside working when it's so humid. It just gets really hard to breathe. So make sure you be careful and watch out for your pets. If they're outdoor pets, make sure there's shade or they have a place to, to get out of the sun, and make sure there's plenty of water because, boy, they will need it. Okay, let me clean this up. It's good to do this over a trash can too, which is what I normally do. Okay. All right. So now, let's see what we've got. Here. Maybe like that. Yeah. You don't always have to go like, well, people get, wait, the writing doesn't go that way. Who cares? I just wanted the prettiest parts of my paper to show. So that's kind of what I'm focused on. And here, like that. And then here, like that. Nice. There, see? Now that shows, and then that shows. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, now this I don't want elevated. I want this to be flat. Let me see what other glue or adhesive I've got. Well, actually, this is quite sticky. It works really well. So, let me just use this. I may speed this part up because this probably will take me a little while. Okay, I'm back to you. All right, so here's what we've got now. I thought, again, I want to put a sentiment on it, but this is still quite busy, right? I've given myself some space, kind of white space, but I was thinking I needed kind of something else. So I'm actually going to use this piece, and also what I wanted to do was add some flowers on this one and a little bit of greenery. I was thinking, and I'll probably have to cut the stem, of having this right here, something like that, and then having, oh, you know what, maybe I'll do it like this, having this like here, oops, like that. Hold on, except I don't want that greenery right there, hold on. Let's see, where's my scissors? Okay, I'm going to cut that because it's getting in my way. Okay. Yeah, I want it more on the outside. Okay. So, let's something. Let's do this one down here. Something like this. Kind of cups it a little bit. There. And the whole greenery doesn't have to show, but I just wanted, you know, to have a little bit peeking out. So that's fine. Okay. Something like that. Okay. I like it. Now, oh, and these did not come from this kit. Now that I think about it, these were some I had in my stash that had come with a previous kit, and I'm sorry, I don't know which one. It's probably been quite a while. But I just thought with the black and the black edging, it just really kind of worked with this, with where I was kind of going with this piece, or with this card. So, I don't know, I kind of thought that would work better, so forgive me. I didn't use everything solely from this kit. I do want to edge, distress the edges on this one as well. So, same thing with that greenery. I don't think that greenery came in our packet of flowers. But that's part of the benefit of getting the kit, because you always have leftovers, and you know, it just helps you kind of increase your stash for card making or other projects that you may do. And so many of them go and intertwine together. They really work together, whether it's in the same month's kit or not. A lot of times, you know, circle back around and kind of hit on similar colors, and you're able to use something that you've already got, which is awesome. Okay. So, okay, let's see. I wanted that, I think, around here. Right? Yeah. Right. Is that right? Something like, yeah. Okay, yeah, something like that. So I'm gonna leave that there as a guide. I think I will use this. This tape is really sticky, so you know, I'm not worried about anything coming off, because man, it really sticks to my fingers well, so I have no doubt it will do the job. Get off. Alright. Ooh, almost cut that one. Almost made that too long. Let's just... Now, so many times when I have the double-sided tape, you know, I go to try to pull the top cover off, and the whole thing comes up. But I think it's because it's not stuck properly to the paper. So that's why, if you saw me in the video earlier, I was really rubbing this down. So I thought if I could get it to stick really well to the paper, then it shouldn't be too bad to be able to lift off. Yeah, see the top, and it really works. So if you're having that problem, try really making sure that you've put your adhesive down and that it's really stuck to the surface that it's on, and then it makes it a lot easier to pull the paper. Now, if some of it does come up, like, I don't know if you can see that, but some of it did right there, you just take, because it's kind of slick, I just take it and push it back down to the paper. There you go. You might have seen me do that earlier in the video as well. There. It does make it a lot easier to be able to pull off the top piece of paper. You know, where's my liquid? Where's my liquid glue? Here. I will, since I have to kind of shove that in there, I think I will go ahead and put a little bit of glue so that I can make sure I get it positioned right where I want it. And actually use a little bit more than I normally would, because just to give myself a little bit more time. So I want to have it be, where was it, Chuck? I believe right around there. Is that right? I think that'll do. Yeah, that should do just fine. Okay. Okay, man. Now see, this is awesome to be able to use on this. I don't know how my hot glue will do. I'm not wholly sure. And most of this isn't going to show anyway, so let me think. I think I'll use a different kind of glue. Well, you know what? Why not? Let me just use this. We'll see. This is really thin, and I'm afraid it's going to show through. But I think I'll just use it mostly on the stems. The flowers are going to cover most of it up anyway, so I think it will be okay. Let's see. Oops. And here, just a little bit. Okay. All right, we'll see. I might be being more careful than I really need to be. It might not be an issue, but I don't know, so I don't want to mess up my card. Alrighty, let's just see how that goes. All right, and that'll be fine. Kind of oozing out a little bit. Get a towel. Okay, that will be fine. Now, I'm going to use hot glue for my flowers. Let me double check my positioning for that. That was too far over. So I do want some of the green to come out. Okay, something like that. I think I'll put you down first. Come on. Okay. And right there. Okay. And we'll do you next. Come on. Oh no, I need another glue. I'm going to need another glue stick. Let's see. Kind of go in here like that. Okay, oh, let me get another glue stick. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. And now for you. This one always have to help get started. Okay, this one can go right there. Sure. Nice. Oops, almost out of the frame. There we go. All right, what do you think? Not bad. Okay. Sentiment. Let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, I was looking and looking and looking, and I found this one. And I like it because it's got the black lettering. It has that faded pink color. I thought it would look really good, so I thought we would go with that. I was going to do some stamping and had planned on it until I saw this one, and then yeah, I thought this is going to look really good. Come on. Okay. And hot glue, hot glue. Yeah, I might put a little hot glue. And love. Love, love, love. Okay. And there we go. It's a different card, okay? Kind of patchworky, but I like it. I like it. I kind of want to do something different. So, that's our 3 cards. Let's take another quick look. Let's see. Got this one. Now that I look back, I kind of wish I had edged this just with like a brown. And it might well have made it pop, but I still like it. It's still pretty. So there's this one, From the Inside Out Beauty, Love Yourself. And we have this one, Adventure, the butterfly. And we have this one, our patchwork love card. So there you go. 3 cards from our most recent kit from My Creative Scrapbook. If I can get it out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, come on, work with me. There. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my card making session. And if you've not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying hard to grow my channel. I love being able to share what I love doing, and I hope that it becomes an inspiration for you. I haven't been doing this that long, so I just want to show you that anybody can do this. If you really want to try, then give it a try. It takes practice. Like I said, I can't just whip out a card super fast like so many people, so many of the creators do. I hope to be able to do that one day. But until then, it doesn't matter. I really enjoy working on it, and even though one card can take me a very long time, I feel really good about it when I'm done. And I'm proud that it's something that I put together myself, and it means a little more when I give them to my friends. So let me bring you in for maybe a little bit closer look. There you go. So that's it for today. I really appreciate you stopping by. Give a like if you like this video. Share it with your friends. And come back and join me again. Thanks for shopping. I don't have a store yet, so but thanks for stopping by. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.